So, meditation. Okay, now we're getting interesting. So, there are many forms of meditation out there. Not all meditation techniques are going to resonate with all people, but when you find one that works for you, stick to it because it is going to benefit your life. Any meditation is good meditation, whether it's 1 minute a day, 10 minutes a day. Any meditation is good meditation. Now, I've experimented with a couple of meditation techniques over the years. I've seen some benefit with some more basic techniques like counting on the inhale and exhale. I wouldn't say that it was anything overly meaningful. Like, it was enough to make me feel calm, to make me feel relaxed, maybe a bit more present. But in general, I didn't really feel like I was benefiting from it that much. But in saying that, I wasn't doing it as much as I'm meditating now. But the meditation technique that I'm using now is amazing. I cannot rave about it enough. Vipassana meditation, which is the meditation that I do, it's so good. It's amazing. It's all-inclusive, non-sectarian, good for everybody, good to your mum, your dad, your sister, your dog. It doesn't discriminate. It's non-religious, it's non-dogmatic, it's non-discriminatory between race, religion, gender. It's really good. It dates back to actually the time of the Buddha. The Buddha actually practiced Vipassana meditation, but obviously it became convoluted, the whole religion side of things. I mean, he didn't want it to become a religion, but it just became a religion on its own. But if you take the meditation technique by itself, it is non-religious. Now, to do the meditation technique, it's a way of observing the law of nature. Now, the law of nature is impermanence. Impermanence means everything is rising, everything is passing. From moment to moment, nothing is the same, whether it be an experience you're having, the internal cavity of your body. Everything is changing. Nothing is the same from moment to moment. Everything is decaying. Everything is changing. Now, once you understand this at not just the intellectual level, because it's easy to understand that at the intellectual level, to understand it at the experiential level, at the level of matter, the level of your body, then you start seeing change in your life. Now, to do this technique, you observe the sensations of the body, whether they be pleasant or unpleasant, painful or pleasurable. Okay, to start off with, you're going to observe the sensations on the triangular area below the nose, above the upper lip, right here, where my moustache is, essentially. You're going to observe these sensations all here. And what you're going to do every time your attention drifts off, notice that it's been distracted, that it's drifted off, and just calmly bring it back to this area below the nose, above the upper lip. And I want you to observe those sensations. Observe them, everything that they are. If you see a sensation that's particularly strong, that is a very intense sensation, then observe that sensation for up to 30 seconds. Notice how that sensation changes, that it moves, notice its impermanent nature, that it's not the same from moment to moment. And then once you've gotten really good at observing the sensations below your nose, then you can start with the rest of the body. And now when you start with the rest of the body, same rules apply, but what you're going to do, you're going to start at the crown of the head, work your way around, come down to the forehead, observe the sensations of the forehead. Start with large areas, and then gradually, as your focus gets better, you can start singling out more smaller areas. But start large to start off with. And once you've done that, you're going to go to the ears, Work your way to the temples, to the eyes, to the nose, down to the lips, down to here, each of the cheeks, down to the jawbone, down the neck, and then scanning through each side of the body. And essentially, you don't have to follow the exact pattern that I go through. You don't have to go start at the head and work your way down. You can start at the feet, work your way up. Just figure out your own pattern and go from there. Observe the sensations of the body, how they pass, how they are from moment to moment. That's the critical point. And then doing that is going to allow you to undo the habit pattern of the mind. You don't identify with them, you don't crave them, you don't have aversion towards them. You accept the reality as it is. You observe reality as it is and realize that there's no point craving this sensation or having aversion towards this sensation, because every sensation is changing. So it seems kind of trivial to have any sort of craving or aversion to a sensation that's not going to be around for very long. The metaphor they use is a man on a train, and he's running on the train because he's looking outside the window and he sees such beautiful hills, and he just wants to keep looking at these hills, but the train keeps going, and he's running to the back of the train because he wants to keep looking at these hills, but no matter how much he runs to the back of the train, eventually he gets to the back of the train and the train keeps going and the hills wisp away into the distance. So essentially what that means is there's no point identifying with a sensation that's not going to be around for very long. And when you do this, once you observe sensations as they are, once you stop identifying with sensations, you stop creating suffering for yourself. You stop wanting something that you don't have. You stop feeling discontent. You don't look for meaning in trivial possessions or experiences. You find contentment within yourself, within being. And when you do that, you're retraining the habit pattern of mind to be less reactive, to be more responsive, to be more observant, to be more enlightened. Now you'll notice at least I noticed quite a raise in my sense of well-being. I felt a lot more calm. I felt a lot more present. I felt a lot less reactive. At least I notice it when I have experiences present themselves. And instead of reacting how I normally would, I'm very, very calm. I don't get emotional. Now you can tell when someone's a very reactive person when they get very emotional and they don't think logically. They're not using their neocortex. Now, we're very lucky to have a neocortex. There aren't many mammals that have a neocortex. Neocortex is responsible for abstract thought, complex problem solving, and in general allows us to be as intelligent as we are. But when we revert to being reactive and overly emotional, we're using our less evolved brain, our limbic system, our emotional brain. I shouldn't say less evolved, our more primitive brain, our older brain. But the neocortex has the power, the cognitive capacity to reason and to not identify with the emotional brain if it doesn't want to. Now, you're going to feel an emotion regardless, but how you choose to react to this emotion, to this sensation, that is up to you. Now, to consciously do this, I'd say is almost impossible, but through this meditation technique, you retrain the habit pattern of the mind to be able to do this automatically. It becomes a habit, and once you're there, you set and forget. Now, I'm not saying meditate for an hour straight away, because it's going to be hard and you don't want to burn yourself out. You don't want to give yourself too much too quickly. But starting off simply, like starting off small, starting off with 1 minute a day. Now, that might seem really stupid, 1 minute a day, but once you get that habit formed and you feel like this is really easy, then you start building up and start doing it for longer periods of time. Now, you know you've given yourself too much when the effort to want to do this task, i.e. meditation, it starts becoming daunting. You don't want to do it. It seems like it's too much. And then when that happens, you bring it back down to a more manageable level that it seems ludicrous that you're not doing it. Like, it's so easy. You have such, the amount of time you have to do it just seems so easy that you just can't not do it. And once you get comfortable with that, then raise it up again. And through that, gradually, you could build up to an hour. And then when you build up to an hour, you become enlightened and calm and just a lovely person. And yeah, you'll see benefits. You'll see benefits of meditation. But if you're doing other forms of meditation, that's also good. If you benefit from those, this is just the one I benefit from. Give it a try. And if you resonate with it, then let me know. Comment down below. And if you resonate with this video, give it a like. Subscribe if you want to see more content, and I'll see you in the next video.